Gentlemen, absolute pleasure to have you with us. Now back to news from our nation. Very controversial director Ekta Kapoor is in another huge controversy after a very significant charge surfaced against her. The charge against her and her company rather is that they are using minors to create obscene content in their very controversial OTT platform called Alt Balaji for a very controversial web series. The question is, for how long can Ekta and her directors and directors like her hide behind the garb of creative liberty? Let's debate.
Producer Ekta Kapoor has landed herself in a legal soup. A case under the POCSO Act has been filed against the Alt Balaji chief and her mother Shobha Kapoor. This comes after Ekta's OTT platform Alt Balaji allegedly displayed inappropriate scenes involving minors.
3 वर्ष पहले अल्ट बालाजी की वेबसाइट पर एक अश्लील वीडियो काफ़ी वायरल हुआ था। उस वीडियो में एक नाबालिग लड़की को इंडिसेंट तरीके से दिखाया गया था, जिसकी शिकायत हमने मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर साहब को दी थी, जिसमें वहां से हमें आश्वासन मिला था कि इस विषय पर पोस्को एक्ट के तहत कार्रवाई की जाएगी। पर कुछ समय बाद पुलिस ने उसे अनदेखा करना चालू कर दिया। आखिरकार हमने कोर्ट में एक याचिका दी और कोर्ट का निर्णय आया कि इस विषय पर जल्द से जल्द एफआईआर की जाए। अब जाके एफआईआर हुई है, पर एफआईआर करने के बाद अब तक एकता कपूर जी को अरेस्ट नहीं किया है।
Mumbai police has sought details of the cast in the alleged film. The cops are also set to record the minor statement along with the cast, crew and the director of the film. Mumbai police has asked Ekta Kapoor and Shobha Kapoor to come up with certain documents pertaining Alt Balaji. However, the producer's brush with controversy is not new. In 2014, the producer was embroiled in a controversy after allegations of false portrayal of Jodha in the Jodha Akbar show. In 2015, Kapoor introduced a nudity clause in her contracts, despite concerns from the Central Board of Film Certification. It was 2020 when an FIR was filed against Kapoor, accusing her of disrespecting the national emblem, Hindu gods and army personnel in a web series. This latest controversy now adds to a long list of run-ins with the law. Only time will tell how this situation unfolds and what it means for Kapoor.
Starting out with Arun Bakshi, who's an actor, and Simi Chandok is a very well-known entertainment journalist. Simi, Ekta Kapoor, you know, I'm not passing judgment of what she does, but generally now the talk of town is that she's basically putting out all this semi-pornographic stuff on her OTT platform to get the audiences, and that's fairly no limits kind of situation. And there are many comments and complaints about this. Is this all that she can do? Can she not change course, or is she in a trap that the only way she can run her company now is by feeding more of this obscene stuff?
Arnab, first of all, I have to congratulate you for taking up this subject of obscene content on OTTs. Even last time we had a similar debate. But I would like to say one thing here, that we cannot hold Ekta Kapoor responsible for, spreading the dirt in the industry. Secondly, when it comes to this particular OTT show that we are talking about, Gandi, baat, she has shown children, actually they're not even children, they are students from 11th and 12th class, and they are being physically abused, sexually abused, as they say, by their close relatives. So I don't know, so I don't know why there's such a big noise being made about that. First of all, the children who are being shown there, they're not kids, they're depicted as 16 and 17-year-old, 11th and 12th past kids, okay, 11th and 12th standard kids. So, first of all, is he really sure that those children were underage? Is he sure that they were not 18 and 19 when this show was made and they did the show? That's the first question I would want to ask the vigilante gentleman. then I can go on.
No, what, I mean, the point here is that, you know, this is the classic Bollywood excuse. If you tell them, why do you show rape scenes in such graphic detail? They say, oh, we are not showing rape scenes, we're just showing how bad it is. Similarly, the argument is, Arun, that we are not showing the sexual exploitation of children. We are just depicting how bad it is to sexually exploit children, and therefore we need to go very graphic with it. We need to go very detailed with it. And the more detailed and graphic we are with sex scenes, with incest scenes, with scenes using children, or as Uday Mahurkar says, inappropriate relationships, then only we'll get to know. It's like saying that we need to show an act of crime in great detail to stop crime. And that's a rubbish argument. You don't need to do that. Arun, what do you think about this? Because that's the excuse always taken out here. We need to show it in graphic detail to tell people how bad it is. Arun.
Sir, I fully endorse you. But the major thing is there is no censor board. There is absolutely no censor board. कोई आंख इसको देख नहीं रही. और दूसरी बात यह है कि माइनर या एडल्ट जो भी आता है उसके सामने स्टेजेस होती हैं. पहले उसका ऑडिशन दिया जाता है, उसके बाद में उसको स्क्रिप्ट दी जाती है, स्क्रिप्ट के बाद में फिर उसके साथ रीडिंग होती है. क्या माइनर को यह पता नहीं है कि आपके सामने जो स्क्रिप्ट है, जो लाइंस लिखी हुई हैं, वो क्या है?
और प्रोड्यूसर और डायरेक्टर की कोई रिस्पांसिबिलिटी नहीं होती है.
And also,
नहीं, बिल्कुल होती है.
What about the responsibility? Why don't? No. Simi. Let's take Alt Balaji today as a OTT service. Let me ask you today. I don't want to go into detail, and I request Uday Mahurkar not to go into graphic detail, because sometimes Uday Dada, you tend to do that in the course of making the point. But the point is that what does Alt Balaji do? What content is going out there? Is this all that these producers can put out? Mr. Mahurkar.
Arnab, without going into some of the graphics, I cannot describe. You see, it's not about small girls alone. It is about the entire content which is being dished out. There is one old Balaji film where a youth in his house is sleeping with his grandmother, stepmother, bhabhi and cousin sister. How can you allow such stuff in the name of creative freedom? That is my question.
But
and
sir,
such people, the place of such people is in jail.
This particular series, Gandi Baat, where Ekta Kapoor, and as she says, she's put the blame on her content team.
Do it before the break.
And she says that they have done this, but they are showing school children who are in 11th class and 12th class, post-puberty, and they are being abused by people known to them. Now, if you look at statistics all over the world,
I go beyond
70% of people, children, can I just finish this one sentence, sir, then I'll let you talk. 70%, almost 70%.
No, let me speak. You have been speaking. Let me finish. You have spoken enough.
I'll wait.
I am talking for the first time.
Sorry to
now,
interrupt.
you see, now there is one film, for example, in which a school girl in what you call in her skirt is has got very objectionable scenes with a boy. Now, question is not that at that point of time this girl was minor or major. Point is that you are showing a school girl having sex with a boy.
No, I think we're quite clear out here that Ekta Kapoor thinks that this is going to get her money, and the question is whether she's lost it. You know, whether she's in a trap of creating obscene content, and that is what she wants to be known for.
Arnab, it is not just Ekta Kapoor.
And the problem is that this is the mainstreamization of that. This is the mainstreamization of that. She's taking advantage of the fact. She's taking advantage of the fact that there isn't enough censorship on the OTT platform.
It is not about
I think
Ekta
for
Kapoor
the first
alone.
time in my career, and I've done hundreds of panel
all of them are showing this.
participations with
No,
you.
not just,
I
Ekta
just
Kapoor.
have one. I disagree with you for the first time, because why are you blaming the producers only? What about the actors who signed such contracts and where were their parents?
Certainly, we are blaming
Secondly, we do
everybody.
not know if those children were already adults because they are being portrayed as 11th and 12th class students. Thirdly,
Even they-
if we don't show it graphically, okay, they're not naked or anything, okay? But to get across the point, because, most people, not just India, most people all over the world turn a blind eye to somebody within their family who's abusing their kids.
She's not doing
And the
it for
kids
that. Let me
cannot-
tell you, no, 1 minute. Let's make it very clear. She is not doing it to spread social awareness. And you, Simi, should not present that argument because she's doing it to
Arnab,
make
for the
money.
first time I'm
There are
considering
many
it in my
platforms
life.
and many ways in which you can spread awareness against crimes against women, against the sexual abuse of minors. You don't need to produce this rubbish and then say I'm doing it as this is garbage. This is unadulterated garbage, and her argument will be that garbage sells and there are no controls.
Arnab,
I
for
presume
last
that's the argument. And by the way, the breaking news is that Mumbai police has, I'm told, questioned Ekta Kapoor and her mother, Shobha Kapoor.
Yeah.
And the fact is that it's not just all Balaji.
No,
her
they
argument will
blame
be,
the
I'm not the only
content
one.
company.
There are others
They blame
producing
the
content
company.
worse than me.
They
Pardon
are
me?
feigning ignorance.
No,
I
are they
am
not a
with you on
listed
that.
company?
That
Are they not
Ekta
a
Kapoor
listed
is
company?
shifting the blame
No,
to
are
her
they not a
team.
listed company? Do
Yes,
they
they are.
not have any social responsibility?
Yes,
अर्नब
but
जी अगर
I want to
ब्रॉडर
know
सेंस
when
में
these
देखेंगे तो
people-
दाल काली है,
Well,
दाल ही काली है, दाल में सफेद नहीं है, दाल ही काली है. ये जो
इसी
adult
तो
content
उसको
है,
काली दाल
it is
बोलते
so
हैं।
sickening, sir. It is so
इसीलिए
sickening.
उसका नाम काली
अगर
दाल
आप
और
बाहर
माटी दाल
जाएंगे,
है।
because there is no censor. वो स्क्रिप्ट के ऊपर, वर्ड्स के ऊपर, लाइंस के ऊपर कोई सेंसर नहीं है, सर. मैं हर कोठे पे, हर जगह पे जाके बोलता हूं कि इसका सेंसर चाहिए. गाली गलौच, गंद, डर्ट, सब कुछ है, चारों तरफ है, सर. शुक्र है, आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल कि आपने इस मुद्दे को उठाया है. इट्स रियली ए ग्रेट. हैट्स ऑफ टू यू, सर.
And tell me one thing. Tell me, Arun ji, thank you for that. क्या इसमें exploitation of people नहीं है? The point that Ekta said is that why do actors agree? But then we know that there are many strugglers. And we know that in the past there have been various situations in which, actors, directors, actresses have all been exploited. What option are they left with? And this content, unless this content stops, this is the main...
I want to ask you a question. Yeah,
No, what has
interrupt
happened
you
is-
again.
Arnab,
Today I'm
who are
very
you
passionate
asking?
about this debate.
What has happened is,
You know what?
after,
आप
spurred
मेरे
by these
हाथ में
OTTs,
चाकू डाल
there
सकते
are
हो.
about
आप मेरे हाथ में और ना
hundreds of,
पकड़ा सकते हो, लेकिन स्टैप तो मैं ही कर रही हूँ ना, आप
No,
नहीं
no,
कर
no,
रहे.
no. The spot, you
So,
see, situation,
when
Arnab,
these
it is
actors are
serious
ready to
situation,
play those roles,
spurred by OTTs, there
they are
are
being offered
several
those
apps
roles
which
with
have
the
come
choice
up.
to say
Those
no.
apps are hiring call girls, getting shooting done in places like Meerut in North India, Mumbai in Central India, Madras and Chennai and Hyderabad in South India. I mean, they are giving 14,000 a day to a photographer. In Meerut, for example, they have hired flats where they make makeshift studios, and there these call girls are made to shoot. So, spurred by the OTTs, there is an entire industry which has formed. Hundreds of
No, 1 minute. Simi Chandok is countering you. She's objecting to what you said there. Simi, go on.
I want to know, did he just use the word call girls who are shooting? Did he use the word call girls?
He did.
Yes.
Is that right or wrong? Is
No,
that
not
judgmental
in
or
this-
No,
not?
1 minute. No. I also say this.
That is
1
a
minute.
very
Uday Mahurkar,
misogynistic-
I don't think you can make a
That is-
sweeping
he's
statement
a
like that.
misogynist.
It's not true. You can't
you
generalize
say
like
there
that,
are
but that's your
call
view, not
girls
ours.
shooting
Yeah.
In bedrooms and hotel rooms. How can
No, I
how can
simply
you
hold that view.
call artists call girls? I want to know that. How can
No, I am
you
talking about-
address
I am
artists
talking about apps.
Simi, louder.
Apps
struggling to make
which can't afford
it to
actresses.
fame, to
App,
stardom?
small
How
app.
can you call them call girls, sir? I want to know
I am
that.
putting the entire picture before you. Don't catch me on word. What I am saying, I am
Every word here is
apps which have
countable.
spawned.
Every
There are hundreds
sentence
of
you
apps.
say is accountable.
Hundreds of apps which are spawned.
Sir, I'm with you
Then
when
you
it
have to
comes to
investigate.
protecting
I
the
will investigate.
innocent.
If you are
But
not
in this
aware,
case,
I
I
not to be
think
blamed.
No, but
it's not
but you know,
focused.
we always have heard, and that part of industry legend is that Ekta Kapoor is involved in every part of her business. She's a micromanager. But in this case, I find it surprising that Simi, there is an official statement which basically says that their company is fully compliant with all applicable laws, including the POCSO Act, and the allegations are incorrect. So both Ekta Kapoor and Shobha Kapoor trying to claim now they are not involved in the day-to-day operations of the company and trying to get
Arnab?
away by pinning the blame on different teams. I mean, how can
Arnab,
you... How
That's where
yeah.
I started this conversation,
Yeah.
that Ekta Kapoor has washed her hands of this entire thing
How can
and
she?
blamed
How
it
can
on
she?
her
How can
content
she?
company and the content team. And she said, we will question the content company who produces for us. And,
So,
they are
so
the
there's
ones
one overall direction. No, anyone acquainted with what Old Balaji does, you don't.
They should have taken the credit for it.
Isn't this
head
Alt
on.
Balaji platform largely depending on this kind of technology? This kind of content. What people call obscene, semi-pornographic, borderline pornographic content. Is this not true? And can all of this happen without, is this content being generated without Ekta Kapoor's knowledge?
No.
But I want to ask you that this
find a complaint against them in the
particular
grievance redressal
post
system
that
of
has
OTT.
just
Listen,
come into
Arnab.
news today.
No, let
let
Simi
you talk.
reply that. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, am I supposed to talk?
Yeah, you are.
So I want to know that this season and this particular controversial scene, I would never let my son act in it. But of course, I'm not being hypocritical. They were willing victims. Okay, if you can call them victims. Now the point is, this happened in 2016. I heard the gentleman say that the certain legal authorities were not cooperating with him. But 2016 and 2024, 2 days ago, were they zombies all this time? So who was sleeping on this matter and who was a zombie here? I want to know that.
Yeah, he's
Everybody's
saying because he
attacking
went
Ekta Kapoor
yesterday.
today
He went a few
because
days
it's
back to the
simple
Delhi
to put the
police
blame on her.
and could not get an FIR. Uday Mahurkar has the Save Bharat, Save Culture mission. And he went to get an FIR filed. I think he wanted to go against Netflix and Twitter and a lot of others.
X,
Yeah. But he also wanted to go against Alt Balaji, and his FIR was not registered. He was very angry. Why were you not heard in Delhi? And this case has now gone to through the court in Mumbai.
But why didn't he approach the media earlier? Why didn't he approach any of us?
No, he's been approaching the media. The point is whether Ekta Kapoor will take responsibility. Should Ekta Kapoor take responsibility?
No. Listen, Arnab, this is a very lame argument. Let me tell you one thing. Save Culture, Save Bharat Foundation had filed a complaint against Ekta Kapoor in the self-grievance mechanism of OTT. And this was
Sir,
again
you
the
said
same
that at the opening of the
scene
show.
which
You said that
about
at
it
the
is
opening of the show,
Let me
sir.
speak, Simran. Let me speak. I'm not interrupting.
Simi, not Simran.
Simi.
So now we were heard by the grievance redressal system where there is a judge and there are five. There is a judge, a Supreme Court judge who is heading it, Justice A.K. Sikri, and there are five other members. One of them is Suhashini Ratnam, who is wife of Mani Ratnam. So we had an online hearing, and there after that the judgment came in our favor, and then Ekta Kapoor withdrew the entire series. This was in 2000. This series of 2020, 3X series it is called. So
Sir,
she is responsible. She withdrew the series.
Sir, I would stand by you through any of such cases where there is any exploitation. Forget minors, even adults. But here, those people, is there any proof that those characters who are playing 11th and 12th standard children, are they below 18?
But is that the only issue here, Simi? Simi, the question here broadens to the content, not only to whether the actor. Suppose you have a 40-year-old person playing a 15-year-old child, you'll say that that's not a case. That's not the point. The question is equally, maybe not a legal, but a moral argument on depiction. Should you be depicting children in graphic scenes, even if those scenes are played out by adults?
School girl seeing the
Okay, sir, I have a question here, Arnab. I have a question here. I'm sure you don't have the time, but I'm sure you're aware because your knowledge is almost up right to the galaxy. So OMG2 came and there was a big controversy. Okay? And it was all about Pankaj Tripathi as Kanti Bhai, whose son gets suspended from school because he was caught in a vulgar act. Now that vulgar act means he was pleasuring himself. So the whole movie is based on that. And Akshay Kumar comes there as a symbol of Lord Shiva, as a roop of Lord Shiva to help him. And they are trying to tell us that self-pleasuring for these boys at this age is normal. Why is nobody complaining about that movie and why?
No, we are complaining against that also. You are ignorant. We have complained against that.
Sir.
Yeah.
Mohan, Arun.
We are not targeting Ekta Kapoor.
Arun.
We are targeting all those
एकता कपूर की बात नहीं है, लॉर्ड शिवा की बात है।
बहुत अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है इस जगह पे,
अक्षय कुमार,
बहुत ही पैथेटिक कंडीशंस हैं। हम कहां से कहां जा रहे हैं? आई एम टेलिंग यू, बहुत एक रोल के पीछे 2500 लड़कियां, लड़के, बंदे, बंदियां लगे हुए हैं सर। बहुत प्रॉब्लम है और वो अपने प्लेट में डाल के बोलते हैं कि प्लीज एक्सप्लॉइट मी, प्लीज एक्सप्लॉइट मी। कीजिए सर, ये मैम बात करनी दीजिए प्लीज। मैम एक्सक्यूज मी, बात भी करने दीजिए, हम भी हैं प्लीज। सर यहाँ पे बहुत गड़बड़ है। यहाँ पे जो आपने शुरू किया है इसका मुहिम बनाइए, मुद्दा बनाइए, लगातार बनाइए। सेंसर चाहिए वहां पे, अच्छे खासे सेंसर चाहिए सर। आजकल तो जितनी चोरी, चकारी, लूट खसूट, जो खून हो रहे हैं वो को देख के हो रहे हैं। बहुत गड़बड़ है सर। ये जो सेक्स है ये सब है।
Everybody is saying that Republic is the only channel that has picked it up.
Yes,
but I'm getting a lot of online feedback from a lot of people watching this debate, which means कहीं ना कहीं हमारे समाज में नहीं, हमारे समाज में
आई एम ऑनर्ड कि मैं आपके सामने बैठ के ये बोल रहा हूं बिकॉज यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट जेंटलमैन। ये राइट है बिल्कुल। ये जो आर है ये आपकी चैनल जो है हमारी चैनल है सर।
जी अरुण जी, मैं इसको मुहिम जरूर बनाऊंगा। हम कोई ऐसे जैसे कहा जाता है ना, वी आर नॉट पीपल विद यू आर ऑलवेज टोल्ड यू डोंट हैव अ गुड इमेजिनेशन, यू आर अगेंस्ट क्रिएटिविटी, वी आर नॉट। बट आई विल टेल यू, if this is all that Ekta Kapoor can produce, then we can only feel sorry for her. And it's not just about minors being played or played by minors, it's about minors being depicted. It's about a lot of other issues. And we need to have an open debate on it. I need to close it for now. This debate will continue. I can assure you. Yeah, Mohan.
We should not forget,
Arun.
sir, we should not forget that lady called Ekta Kapoor, उसने इतने लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट दी है, बहुत सारे सैकड़ों लोगों को उस औरत ने एम्प्लॉयमेंट दी है सर। अगर ये गंदी बात है तो गंदी बात है सर।
उड़ता पंजाब किसने बनाया था सर? जहां पे उन्होंने पंजाब के जो ड्रग एडिक्शन का इतना बड़ा एपिडेमिक है और पूरा गंदी बीमारी है, आज
वो बात नहीं है। Nobody is saying nobody is saying she's not done a good job, and nobody is saying this is only being done by Ekta. But we need to have a debate on it. Maybe we'll call Ekta Kapoor and have a debate on this. I'll call Ekta back. If she
spoke about how women are exploited and how she committed suicide. What about Urta Punjab, Silk Smita? What about Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi? She changed the whole entire scene of Indian television.
Okay, Urta Punjab had 94 cuts, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm closing by saying that from the obscenity in Bollywood, we are going to what we are seeing here tonight, another matter of concern. There was almost violence in Parliament in a JPC meeting.